Hi, it's Wednesday, and I'm so glad you're tuning in today. We're talking about Romans 4:21. We're talking about Abraham and his great faith, and all of us can have great faith. It says here that he was fully persuaded that what God had promised, he was able also to perform. I mentioned earlier this week that another translation, the Revised Standard, says completely convinced. And each day we're looking at another story. Here today, I want to refer you to the story over in Matthew 8, verses 23 to 27. That's where Jesus and some of the disciples are in a boat, a large boat, and they're going across the Sea of Galilee. And in the midst of it, Jesus, being tired from a busy day of ministry, he's sleeping in the back. A storm whips up, a big storm, where waves are actually coming up over the top of the boat, over the gunwale. They're coming up over the boat. Well, that's getting the disciples nervous. Finally, they wake Jesus up. "Don't you care that we perish?" they say. Jesus gets up and he looks out over the bow and he rebukes the wind and he rebukes the waves. Remember, the King James says, "Peace, be still," and everything. Whew. Next thing he says to the disciples, "Hey, where is your faith? You of little faith." You see, Jesus expected his words to make a difference. He gave us that same authority and that same power as sons of God and daughters of God. We should expect our words to make a difference. Now, Jesus was not timid when he said, "Peace, be still." He stretched out and said, "Peace, be still," in the midst of a raging storm. You see, when you're fully convinced, fully persuaded, or completely convinced, there's no room for doubt and there's no room for what ifs. You need to stand up in your life and say what God says about you. That's why this Word of God is here for us. We can stand on this Word. We can speak this Word. We need to believe this Word, not a small percentage, not even half, but we need to be completely convinced and fully persuaded. I'm encouraging you today to take that mantle upon you, where when you find out what the Word says, don't let anything else get in your way. Don't accept anything less than what God has for you. That is one of the things we see with too many Christians, where they accept less than God's best. Jesus didn't say, "Well, let's get the life jackets on." He said, "Peace, be still." Don't settle for less than God's best. Always be bold in your confession, bold in your words, bold in your actions, according to what God says belongs to you, and don't settle for any less, because God made you to be great and to do great things. I'll see you tomorrow.